Hi, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com. Today we're going to make butterscotch pudding. And this is what it looks like. As you can see here, you could serve it in a wine glass or just any type of glass or bowl, depending on how fancy you want to get. So, a pudding is not that difficult to make. We're going to start by heating our milk. So in the saucepan, you will need 2.5 cups, which is 600 milliliters of whole milk or full fat. And now you could do this in the microwave if you want to do it that way, but just watch it carefully, because what we're going to do is just bring that up to a simmer, which means it just starts to get bubbles and foam up around the outside of the milk. And then while that's heating, in a heat-proof bowl, put 1 large egg and 2 large egg yolks. And then you will, I'm just going to whisk those to break them up. And then we're going to add 1 cup, it's 210 grams of firmly packed dark brown sugar, because that's what's going to give us that real nice butterscotch flavor, is that dark brown sugar. And some little lumps there. Really give it a good whisk, get rid of those. And then you'll need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And of course we need cornstarch. The difference between a pudding and a custard is we need a thickener in a pudding. So I'm going to add 1/4 cup, which is about 30 grams of cornstarch. You may know that as corn flour. And I like to sift it just to get rid of any lumps. And just whisk that in. And then I'm just going to add, just to help thin that out just a little, is just 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters of whole milk. Make it easier pour in that hot milk after. Okay, so let's watch my milk. Okay, it looks like our milk is right about there. You can see we're starting to foam up around the edges. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the heat off, and then you want to add your milk gradually to your egg mixture, because we don't want to curdle those eggs. So keep whisking and then gradually pour in your hot milk. Just add a little, that kind of tempers it, and then you can just whisk the rest of it in, like so. Now, if you did find there was a few lumps, don't worry about it, because at the end we are going to strain our pudding, so that will get rid of any bit of curdling if you do have that. Okay, so now so we got to cook our pudding to thicken it. Let that cornstarch thicken all the mixture. Back in our pot. And then we're going to put it back on the heat. Now don't have the heat too high, medium-low, because we just want to thicken that up to like mayonnaise. And of course, because there's eggs in there, you want to be stirring it constantly. Make sure you get the sides and the bottom. And then just keep stirring until it gets nice and thick. I find that takes, depending on your heat level, somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes. Okay, so this is really starting to thicken. You will notice it's kind of thin, and then all of a sudden it really starts to thicken, so just watch that. You'll start to get these big bubbles. You may have to lower your heat. Okay, I'm almost there. You can see it's really getting wonderfully thick. Such a treat, a pudding. Okay, I'm happy with that. You get the bubbles, see the big bubbles like that? Nice and thick, and it looks like mayonnaise. So now I've got a bowl with a strainer because, like I said, if we have any lumps, we will get rid of them now. So don't worry. And let's help that through a little. There we go. Make sure you get the on the bottom. Don't want to waste any of that. Wonderful pudding. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is add 3 tablespoons, that's about 42 grams of butter. You can use salted or unsalted, along with 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract for flavoring. I'll use my whisk for this. And really, that's our pudding. Now, it's kind of hot now. I mean, if you like hot pudding, you could eat it right away. But a lot of times I like to chill it. So if you're having company or just for supper, you could make it in the morning and pop it in the fridge. Now you could, if you wanted to. Okay, first I'll just say there's so many ways. If you're just serving it to the kids, you could have little cute little bowls like this. They come in all different colors. You could have nice, you could use wine glasses. I mean, really, it depends what you're serving this, who you're serving it to. I think you could even serve it at, like you're having a dinner party. Because who doesn't like pudding? Kids like it, adults like it. Now, if you wanted to, it depends if you want to, you can pour it into your bowls right now and then chill it like that. Or you could just, if you want people to just be able to serve themselves how much they want. There's a couple things. The big thing, debate on pudding, do you let it cool down like this without covering it so you get like a skin or a film over the top? Some people love that. Personally, I don't. So what I do is I just cover it right away with some plastic wrap. I know some people will say you have to have the skin. Well, then just let it cool down without the plastic wrap. And I typically let everybody serve themselves the amount they want. So what I'm going to do is just leave this on the counter until it cools down, and then I put it in the fridge. You know, you could, like I said, you can make it several hours. You can make it the day before and pop it in the fridge. So how do you serve it? Of course, to me, a pudding needs whipped cream. It's just, they kind of go together. So you could just have it, like if you're having company and they serve themselves, you could just have a bowl of whipped cream and dollop, or you could put it in a piping bag with a fancy, star tip and do a little, like I've done, a little swirl there. I think toast, like some pecans, chopped pecans, toasted. If you want to toast them, just put them in a 350 degree Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius oven for about 8 minutes, just until you start to smell them, and then chop them finely. That's really nice. Or to me, some chopped chocolate is very nice, or both. And these ones I made earlier, so they're nice and chilled. So this is what I'm going to try. Have to have some cream, some chocolate, and pecans. Oh, what better comfort food is a pudding? And butterscotch is really good. Get that nice smooth and creamy texture, butterscotch flavor, the whipped cream, the chocolate, pecan, fantastic. So enjoy, and until next time, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com.